Hello everybody and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be reading and depicting a battle from the LKF/TFK lore that I've been writing for my ships. This is one battle, a fleet-to-fleet engagement, and I'm just going to be sort of animating it on the screen so you've got an idea of what's going on while I narrate the story. If you want to learn more about these factions, visit my workshop and you can read into each of the ships and each faction's story. Or you can ask any questions you want down below. Yeah, I hope you enjoy. If you like this style of video, let me know and I'll do more. If not, then this will be the only one. But yeah, I hope you enjoy. Take care, everybody. LKF forces were tasked to recover the black box aboard the Sky Mortar, a Kraftstoff-class vessel that had been the victim of TFK's first strike. Since it had drifted into TFK space, an entire fleet was sent. TFK saw the opportunity to strike a crippling first blow on the LKF forces, and as soon as LKF began salvaging the Sky Mortar, the entire fleet engaged. The LKF fielded one Starhammer class cruiser, one Javelin support frigate, 3 Vulcan gunships, 1 Verona corvette, 6 Alto interceptors and 2 Oberon bombers. TFK fielded 3 Beralta class light cruisers, 2 Arbogast freighters, 2 Morgan-class torpedo boats and 9 Strahl interceptors. LKF with advanced radar began getting the fleet into formation. The Starhammer was positioned in the centre of the formation, with the Javelin on the port side and the Verona to its starboard side. 3 Vulcans were positioned close together to use Wolfpack tactics. All fighters were launched and positioned into 2 squadrons, each using 3 Alto fighters to protect an Oberon bomber. TFK had positioned the 3 Beralta cruisers so that there was 1 in the centre and 1 on either side of the fleet. With the Arbogasts between them, the Morgan boats were up front along with all 9 fighters. As the TFK approached, the Morgans opened up, firing 12 torpedoes in total, 2 slamming into the Starhammer, disabling her enormous dorsal cannon. As soon as the turrets were in range, the larger vessels slowed down and began slugging it out, tearing each other apart. The fighters engaged and began fighting for space superiority over the battlefield. The Javelin frigate engaged both Morgan boats, with the 3 Vulcans engaging the 2 Arbogast freighters. 1 Beralta cruiser sat back, helping screen against fighters, as the remaining 2 cruisers engaged with the Starhammer. As the 2 Beraltas approached the Starhammer, they split, taking 1 flank of each side of the Starhammer. However, as they reached the sides, the Starhammer revealed her party piece, her devastating broadside. At once, all 12 of her broadside rocket pods opened fire. The Beralta to the Starhammer's port side took a fatal hit to her jump drive and exploded, her wreck being absolutely shredded. The Beralta on the starboard side took 7 direct hits, managing to shoot down the rest and immediately retreated. As the Javelin frigate pursued the Morgan boats, one of the boats peeled off and reappeared directly behind the Javelin. However, most of the Javelin's firepower is located here, and the boat was shredded. Her gyros failed, but she managed to get off 3 torpedoes before slamming into an asteroid. 1 torpedo struck the Javelin, taking out her large hydrogen thrusters. The Morgan in front flipped and fired all of her guns and struck the Javelin with 3 more torpedoes, then finally a nuclear torpedo, destroying the Javelin frigate. 1 LKF fighter squadron was completely destroyed, and TFK had lost 3 interceptors. The Verona-class corvette had moved in and began screening TFK fighters. The 3 Vulcan gunships were in formation, strafing the Arbogast freighters. However, damage being dealt was minimal. The Arbogast was seriously damaging the Vulcans. 1 had lost its main hydrogen tank, another down to just 1 Gatling turret. Just as one of the Vulcans exploded, critically damaging the other 2, the Starhammer moved in, smashing the Arbogast with another broadside along with all her turrets. The Arbogasts were too slow to retreat and got severely damaged before they could escape. The remaining fully operational Beralta moved in on the Verona. A direct 1-to-1 engagement began as fighters swarmed around them. Eventually, the Verona took a hit to her reactor and exploded. There was silence for a second. Then the Beralta's point defence system opened up, shredding all but 1 Alto. There was a pause in the battle as both fleets attempted to reorganise. TFK had 4 Strahl interceptors, 1 Berelta cruiser and 1 Morgan boat fully operational. LKF had the Starhammer, 1 Vulcan and 1 Alto operational. The final forces clashed, with TFK focusing on the Starhammer's bridge. Destroying the final Alto, they had fighter superiority. However, the Starhammer's defence grid was extremely strong and none could get through. The Morgan and the Berelta engaged the Starhammer as the fighters managed to destroy the final Vulcan. The Starhammer now stood alone. All guns blazing, she was not cracking. The Morgan suffered a hit to her hydrogen tanks and was disabled. Fighters were being shot down rapidly. Only 3 remained after a bridge run. The last 3 fighters were in no shape to go back into the Starhammer's point defence grid and had to retreat. The Berelta was left with the Starhammer and decided that if they could take out a Starhammer, it might scare the LKF away from them. Despite being smaller and having way less firepower, the Berelta prepared for a final attack. As she headed in, she fired all her guns directly ahead, aiming for the Starhammer's bridge. Gatling turrets and point defence cannons began pounding the Berelta's external armour. However, the bridge was destroyed and the Starhammer was forced to retreat. The final Berelta was severely damaged. She managed to limp back to base and was named Brutus for its amazing show of strength against the LKF and the Starhammer. Thanks for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. This video took me ages to animate. I was using Camtasia, I had to do all the animations by hand, so I'd really appreciate it if you liked and subscribed, and just let me know down below if you enjoyed this style of video. I know it's not, I don't think I've ever seen this done in Space Engineers before. It's sort of similar to what Daniel at Space Doc does with his Star Wars battles, and I thought I'd try and recreate something similar to that to the best of my abilities in Space Engineers. Obviously, I'm not a VFX artist, so I just did my very best to sort of help you picture the battle. But I really think if you read it and read the lore and imagine the battle, your imagination will produce something much better than what I can show you. Hope you enjoyed anyway, and take care, everybody.